So I'm live. Welcome to day 2 of the Elegance Week. Hello, everyone present here today. Thank you so much for being here. And if you hear me well, then I'm just going to dive in right now from Canada, England. Oh, that's fantastic. Germany. Just welcome to all of you. I hope you enjoyed day 1. If you haven't seen day 1, I would recommend you go see it because it's the foundations of elegance. It's the foundations of the rules, the etiquette, even the dining etiquette comes all from what we have seen yesterday. The principle of the heart, the principle of who you are. That's the foundation. So yesterday we went inside, we reconnected with our essence, but elegance doesn't live only in meditation, right? It needs to be seen. It needs to be embodied. It needs to move, right? It needs to be turned into manifestation and life. So today, day 2, it's all about elegance on the outside. So I have a question. Have you ever felt aligned inside, but then when you open your closet, well, nothing reflects who you really are, the part that feels really aligned. And, you open your closet and then you just doubt creeps in again, or maybe you feel frustrated or discouraged. Or you judge yourself again, oh, I can't put that on again, or you just don't know what to wear, but what fits you and what feels really good. And that gap is what we are closing today. So tell me in the comments if this resonates with you. The fact that sometimes you just open your closet and then there I go again. I have a full closet, but I always put on those 3 things, right? And I have a closet, and when you're just in front of it, then you just don't know, or you don't feel good. Tell me if that's you. So, yes, absolutely. So day 1 was elegance on the inside. Today, it's elegance on the outside. Tomorrow, usually it's the day that women prefer, because I've done this Elegance Week quite several times now, and day 3 is like their best day, the one they love the most, and then day 4 will be elegance at the table, and day 5, elegance in relationships. Super important. So yes, that's me. Yes. Yes, sometimes. Sounds right. Great. So, today I'm going to go further and introduce you a little bit more my Elegance Foundations program. I'll talk to you about that a little bit more in the end, but it's really, this program will guide you back to you who moves and speaks and acts and dress and lives with elegance. And it's really to become, as I said yesterday, it's really to remember, which means putting back the members of who you truly are, your personality, your heart, your soul, your personal taste, your mood, your energy, so that you can align and become that woman that, in fact, is already in you. It's just that you're gathering all the parts again, and it makes you feel confident because it feels like you, aligned, and especially alive, because as I said yesterday, beauty nourishes our heart and soul and makes us feel alive. And the ultimate thing, why do we want all those things? Why are we looking for more elegance? And why would we be looking for more, a better job, a better car, a better dress, a better whatever, a better man, I don't know, a better something? The reason it's not that thing that we want. In fact, what we want is the feeling of that thing that we think will bring us. So if we start cultivating those feelings, then we become the match to those, to elegance, to the abundance, to the confidence, to aliveness. So are you ready to embark with me on this elegance journey? So I'll talk to you a little bit more about the foundations of elegance at the end. But what I can say right now is that I prepared 3 packages at 3 price points, 3 different price points, so that everyone can join and get a piece of this. And the higher package has exclusive coaching, group coaching with me, and that is an accelerator. And also for the first 5 who sign up for the top immersion package, the first 5, they have one-on-one coaching with me. So, and there's another thing that I want to talk to you about is that, yes, forgot that. So the Elegance program, what changes is that you just like enter rooms differently because you feel more confident, because you feel just more alive, and you affirm yourself, not for boasting, but for being truly who you are. And so you host differently, you dress differently, you speak, you decide differently. And so you, in this sort of way, you reclaim your power back, right? And this impacted my life so much that, well, let me tell you a little story. That's why I'm passionate about this. It impacted my whole life. Maybe you've already heard about this story because I just sent an email about this. But, I'm writing my book on elegance right now, these days, these weeks. And while I was writing, I remembered a memory that I had completely forgotten about. And I remembered that, I was probably a late teenager. And I remember that elegance was one of my favorite words. At that time, we didn't have social media to scroll on, right? And so when we had conversations with our friends, then we would play games with vocabulary, with words, and we would have these little challenges, these conversations. And I remembered that elegance was one of my favorite words. And I was probably, 16, 17, or 18 years old at that time. And while I was writing the other day, it just came about. It came up. I had completely forgotten about it. And then life went on, and difficulties with it, and trauma, and challenges, and beautiful things too. And I had completely forgotten about it. And the other day, I really turned back and said to myself, my goodness, my soul, in fact, knew that elegance for me was like a very important point. Because then as I retraced my past, all the things I've gone through, then I could see how much elegance had supported me, how much elegance was there to lift me up, give me the energy, help me not to collapse completely. And I realized, putting all those little memories together, well, my soul, my heart, my higher self, I don't know how we would call it, but just knew how elegance was a life changer for me and for my clients at least, and how powerful it is when we dive into this. And this is what I truly share, because I've gone through a lot of stuff, a lot. And yes, elegance, just in its principles, in its mindset, in its energy, dynamic, everything, it just was there, quietly supporting me, but my goodness, it was there. So I hope this helps you and inspires you. And here are 2 testimonials from from clients this summer who told me, thank you for teaching us that elegance is doable, that it is possible to implement it in everyday life. And thank you for sharing from your heart. Yes, because the heart is the most important thing for me. And here's another one who said, you changed my life in the most extraordinarily impactful, fun way. Remember that elegance is fun. That's why it's uplifting. I am so grateful to have found you. All of your coaching classes uplifted my life in a way I did not know was even possible. Thank you from my whole heart. So there's just something I want to talk to you. I know this is not for everyone, but I'm just going to make you dream. And just for the dream of it, I have a couple of slides with pictures to show you, because last December, I hosted an elegance retreat in the Chateau of Bruxelles. And the Chateau of Bruxelles is in Normandy, maybe 20 minutes from the beach, and 20 or 30 minutes from the Mont Saint-Michel, which is the second place after the Eiffel Tower that is the most visited in France. And this chateau is an 18th century chateau, and it's still owned by the same family. And they turned this chateau into a hotel, 5-star hotel. And I did the retreat over there, and it was absolutely amazing. Even for me too, because it was the first time I was doing that. And the woman kept telling me, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But it was even better than what I thought it would be. And so I did many workshops. We visited the Mont Saint-Michel, and it's an all-inclusive retreat. It is absolutely fabulous because I make you live the life of how do we call that in English? I don't know, Châtelain. People who live in Château in France, which happens. I mean, there are people who live in those chateaux sometimes. And here is where we had the workshops in the dining room. We even, some of the ladies, one lady played the piano, and it was amazing for everyone. And then you sleep in the chateau right there. And then we had a grand dinner in the Grande Salle à Manger, in the grand dining room. And here is the Mont Saint-Michel that we visited. So we're just very happy just to share with you, make us dream, because dreaming raises our vibration. And if ever you are interested to join the retreat, we have time, because it's in December 26th, right? But if you join the retreat during this week until the week after, you will get the Elegance program for free, of course. So now, Sophie says, my grandma always said to dress to honor yourself and honor the people around you are meeting that day. Totally. This is absolutely my mindset and how I was brought up. Exactly. So the real problem: your wardrobe reflects your self-concept. You see, I wrote, this is a real problem, because the thing is, we dress according to who we believe we are. And sometimes we dress according to our traumas, our wounds, our beliefs. And so that's the problem, because then if we only dress with our limiting beliefs and the negative thoughts that we have about many things in our lives, then we're not going to be aligned. Because remember, yesterday I said that we are love, we are elegance, we are confidence. This is who we are. So if we dress according to the set of beliefs and negativity, then that's not who we are. So we're just going to hold back and diminish, and so it's not going to feel really good. It's not going to uplift us that much. So I have a question for you. When you stand in front of your closet, are you dressing the woman you are becoming, or the woman who is holding back? Tell me in the chat. Because when you get dressed in the morning, who are you dressing as? Are you dressing as, the tired version, or the invisible version, or the don't notice me version? In France, this is from my point of view, well, there are no errors, but it's just sort of a mistake from my point of view, is that many people think that the little black dress is the perfect thing to be elegant and to go out in the world. Well, you know what? Black, in fact, suits very, very much, very little people. Not little in length, but not so much people. That's what I want to say. Because black is very powerful color, and in my workshops I go into the symbolic of this color, but it feels like they want to wear that black dress, not to make any mistakes, to feel a little bit invisible, that don't notice me too much dress. And in fact, black dresses drain a lot of women. It depends, of course, of the color of your skin tone, of your personality, of so many different things, which I go in depth in the Elegance program and the workshops. But you see, sometimes you just pull out a thing. It's the don't notice me too much version. So is it that you? Is it the old career version? Is it the old body version? Is it the who even cares version? I'm sure there is one point in there that may resonate with you. Yes, so I spotted 3 misalignments here. And is this you? The safety dressing. You dress to avoid judgment. You choose neutral. You choose small. You choose invisible. And so, where in your life are you playing small, even in your clothes? You see, I'm a therapist. I'm a life coach. I'm not just an elegance coach. And so I see the big picture, because not wanting to wear this or that would be aligned to your personality, your body, and everything. Well, it doesn't just, the subject, it isn't just about wearing something on you. In fact, it tells so much more of you, how you show up, maybe at different levels in your world, in your life. So this is an interesting question to ask yourself and say to yourself, okay, when I go into my closet, if I go safe, I do some safety dressing, this is an indicator that maybe in other areas in my life, I go for safety too. I hold back. I just, instead of walking right in the middle of the sidewalk, like just affirming who you are, just elegantly, unapologetically, then maybe you are also the one who's going to walk on the side of the sidewalk, just holding your purse like this, just looking down, or, well, I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. Or maybe when you're at work or with whatever gatherings during a team reunion, and then all of a sudden, well, you're the one who holds back, who goes safe, who only says something when you're absolutely sure no one's going to get mad at you, or I don't know. Do you see that the way you dress says much, much more on who you are? And that is why my coaching is powerful, because when you address what holds you back at the core, then just everything changes. That's why I have testimonials of women who say, well, my goodness, I didn't realize that this was as life-changing as it is for me, right? Because we're not just fixing with Band-Aid here. We're going deep. And when you go to the root and you start aligning and opening up, then everything changes. And it comes to and you come to glow and you want to glow. It's fabulous, right? So here's another one. Is this you? Past identity dressing. You are no longer that woman anymore, but your closet still is. You know, the old job, the old relationship, the old season of motherhood, the old version of your body. So ask yourself, what in your closet belongs to your past? This is a great thing to ask yourself so that, you know, to declutter it and also to move forward, to get the energy flow. Because, you know, when you have a full closet of things that don't really belong, some do, but some don't, and then you get rid of them, that creates space for the new to come. You know, we say in French, la nature a horreur du vide, which means nature doesn't like emptiness, which means that when there's, you know, a dip somewhere, there's always water coming in there. It's always going to fill up. So if you want to change something in your life, whatever it is, this is like a universal rule, you know, well, you've got to make space for it. If you want answers to come to you, if you want to feel inspired, you've got to make space inside of your heart. If you want, you know, it's for everything. It's the same thing. So what in your closet belongs to your past? I'm just looking at what you wrote here. I'm neutral. I always choose neutral. White and shining in summer, black and brown, blue autumns in winter. Yes. Okay, what in your closet belongs to your past? So ask yourself that question so that you can start getting into the dynamic of moving things around to create space and get the new version of you up front. The third misalignment is fantasy dressing. So you buy that beautiful dress or a pair of earrings for a dream life, but you don't integrate that version of you daily. So I'm not talking about the one outfit you can only wear at a wedding, okay? Because, well, if you can only wear it at a wedding, of course you're not going to wear it every day. But I'm talking about that beautiful dress that sort of stretches you out of your comfort everyday jeans zone, right? But that you could put on every day, just like this is one of my dresses. But since you don't integrate that version of you every day, then those statement pieces, they just stay waiting in your closet. And then elegance becomes something for later. Oh, when I am in the mood of it, when I have the time, when I have the energy, when I'm, you know, all those things. And so listen to this, when you postpone elegance, you postpone your self-expression too, because it's who you are. You see? So here's the question. Where are you waiting to be ready? And again, these are questions that you can ask yourself for dressing, but you can absolutely open this up and say, oh my goodness, where in my life am I waiting to be ready, and where I'm not taking that move to do that thing I know could change my life, but I'm not doing? Where are you waiting to be ready? Do you see how profound? We're just talking about, you know, clothes. Do you see the power that lies behind this? And so I guess you can sort of feel now if we go in that direction and we really go deep, where transformation can be for you, right? So here are little things that you can do this week without spending hours decluttering your closet, because of course we can do that. I did that during the past Elegance Week challenges, where I showed a little bit more about how to declutter, and then said, well, sometimes you can also go on, on the internet and, oh, how do I declutter my closet? But what I think is much more interesting is just not, you don't need me to say, get rid of the things that are torn, stain, and give, what interests me is that you go deeper with all of these concepts, so that you can ask yourself questions that are not on the internet, but that will really move the needle forward for you. So here are just a little things that you can do for alignment, because this is what we're aiming for. So you're going to remove 5 pieces that feel like the old you. We're going to create space. And not because they're ugly, not because they're not, but because they are aligned. They're not aligned anymore. You see? So don't remove them because, well, they're ugly. No, I mean, of course you like them at some point. It's just like this weekend. It was my father's birthday, and my daughter said, well, my younger daughter, she loves one of my dresses that I've been wearing for 20 years now. And it's a beautiful dress. I love this dress, but I don't know, it's maybe my age. It just doesn't feel right anymore. And it's beautiful, but it's not aligned anymore. And I told her, I'll just keep it because you love it, and maybe one day you'll want to wear it. But it doesn't feel like me anymore. So we have to honor that we change, that we evolve, and that we change for the better. I mean, coming back into more mature years, I know sometimes it can be like a little bit fearful, but in fact, we are so stronger, more mature. We have lived life. We've gone through already a lot. We know that life is up and down. And if we go down, it'll be up. And personally, I just feel so much better today than in the past. And so let's let go. Let's practice of letting go and being happy with who we are today. So remove 5 pieces that feel like the old you. This is my little challenge for you this week. I will do it. Love your takes. Yes. Never related clothing to self-alignment, but now I can't unsee its significance. Great. So, number 2, create 3, and you'll have fun with this. Create 3 full intentional outfits this week. So this is how you do it. You just go about your agenda to see what would make you happy to wear as you dress for your day. Look at what's going on in your week, and maybe one day you're going to spend a lot of time outside. Another day you're going to visit some friends, and another day you're going to go and work. I don't know, whatever. And so make you happy, make yourself happy to wear things and to play with this. Just come back to the little girl in you that can have fun, to, put herself in her feminine. And that is a very clever thing, because you avoid last minute stress, you avoid decision fatigue, and you feel this eagerness to wanting to dress. Most of the time, when I go to bed or before or at some point, I decide what I'm going to wear the next day. Sometimes at the last minute, I change my mind. But But it feels good to know exactly what I'm going to do, because then in the morning, sometimes I'm in, like in cloudy, it's foggy a little bit. And so if I already know, it's done. And it feels good when I think about it. I'm there, oh, I could put these earrings. Yesterday evening, I just said, I'm a little bit tired after day one. I think this dress is going to be great because this dress is really super comfortable, but it's still a dress. And I thought it would be great with my necklace here. And then I just grabbed these earrings that I like, and they're super comfortable. So I wanted something nice, but very comfortable. And it made me happy just to decide, okay, what I'm going to wear. So I really invite you to feel the fun, to feel the eagerness. I mean, don't forget, it's about celebrating. It's about aligning. It's about having fun. I mean, I think, and I'm talking to me too, that we're just too serious about life sometimes. And we need, today, especially with all what's going on and that we have in the social media, we're just like an avalanche of news, right? We need things to be lighter. And if we are just knocked down by the avalanches of negativity, then it's hard, right? So we've got to keep some distance and come back to who we truly are. And we are joy, we are abundance, we are heart, we are love, we are confidence. And playing with it, having fun, will absolutely help us. Absolutely. And so, third point, notice what's missing. Start with your favorite pieces. They are clues to your personal, authentic style, because when you love things, there are some favorite pieces that you love. Usually it talks about who you are. It's a piece of your personality. But the thing is, if sometimes you have stuff missing, so I know, like for years, sometimes I had things in my closet and I just didn't know what to wear them with. And it was just about a shoe, a belt, or a sweater. And that just resolved the whole thing. So we've got to notice what's missing. Also, focus on basics that will connect your wardrobe. Sometimes you don't need a new statement piece. You just need a beautiful, simple top to tie, together 3 skirts and 2 pants. But it's a good thing to be clear so that when you go shopping, well, you can have you can be intentional and see if you find something and not just going shopping for another jean that you already have in your closet. And fourthly, identify one piece that represents your next level. And that's in your closet, right? It isn't necessarily a sophisticated piece. So what would the woman you are becoming, what would she wear? You need to lean into that aligned identity. And we've got to start, right? It's not a come like this. You've got to lean into, get motivated and inspired and have fun with this and play around with this and get used to it. Like every single day. And every single day. And I wrote this on the slide here. You rehearse your new identity. And then it just feels like, of course I'm putting that dress. No problem, right? But at some point, I know, because before I was wearing always the same thing 20 years ago. I just put on my pants or whatever. But I always liked elegance, but I held back probably a lot. And then when I went shopping, then one day I said to myself, I've had enough of this. I love this dress in the window shop. If I buy it, I'm just going to wear it. I'm not going to buy it if I don't wear it. And so that was my thing. If I buy it, I wear, or else I don't. So decide when you can wear your a next level piece this week and have fun with it. Now, here is another thing, dressing your body with love. Most women aren't at war with their closet. Listen to this. They are at war with their body. So how many times have you rejected yourself in the mirror? Okay, let's be honest. Me. Just putting you comfortable here. Yes, of course, me. Say me if it's you. If you have already rejected yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. So remember, you are elegant now. It's who you are. Allow it. And if you need to listen back to day one, go back to day one. All right. That's such a tough question. Yes. Me every day. My goodness. We're going to welcome some soothing love in here right now. And we've got to remember we are elegant by essence. Just let that sink in. Go into your body just right now. Because when you say, yeah, but I don't have the right body, who has the right body? I mean, today, AI, that's not reality. Listen to this response. Elegance doesn't ask you to change your body, but to honor it. And I promise you, there are many bodies as people on this world. And perfection is in the imperfection. And when you just glow your open heart and your elegance and do that, I mean, you are so magnetic. 100%, yes. So let's do a quick body comfort scan because this is going to be good for all of us. So you can sit or just stand tall, sit tall or stand. Just breathe, and you're just going to place a hand on your heart. And you're going to ask yourself, what part of my body have I been judging? And here's the good news. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Doesn't matter. Just for now, just go into your body and go into your heart. And you know what? There are parts of your body you don't like that much. Well, that's okay. You don't have to put them forth like this. You can put, if you don't like your arms, you can put long sleeves. If you don't like your belly, you can put dresses that are like a camouflage of your belly. Or if you don't like this, I mean, you don't have to force yourself into things, right? So what I'm going to do right now, really quickly, I'm just going to name the parts of our body, and you're just going to note, okay, this I like, this I would prefer to cover or to soften or to bring the eye elsewhere. Because we don't have to cover parts that are wrong on us, but we can like put on big earrings, for example, if we don't want people to look at underneath, I don't know, down our legs or whatever. So we've got to attract and pull the eye upwards. Or there are many tricks that we can think about. And mostly what will be attractive, it's always your deep elegance and heart. So just breathe in and breathe out. And so just think about your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your bottom, your hips, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your neck, and all your hair and your face. And first of all, ask yourself, what part of your body have you been judging? So now you sort of know. And just bring in the love. and say, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to be soft. If you don't want to show that, don't worry. I'm going to take care of you. So no shame, just deep honesty and love. And release the judgment and let in the self-love. And do you know how to let in the self-love? Right now, you just go into your body and you breathe. You just stop the mental chatter and you just feel your body right now. Just release this. And so what if instead of hiding and lowering your standards, you dressed to celebrate? Wouldn't that be good? So here's another thing. I hope if you liked this, tell me in the chat. So here's another part of of today's class, the soulful shopping, buy less, love more. Because you see, it's, intuitive shopping versus emotional compensation. So observe the way you buy. It's about being aware of what you do, not judging you. Because you deserve buying clothes if this makes you happy, of course. But it's a question of balance and awareness. So my personal mantra when I buy something is if it's not a full yes, it's a no. It has to click. It's not just good. Recently, I know in September, October, I showed a reel with a new trench that I bought. And I've been looking for trenches maybe for a year. And each time I put one on, it was good. It was really good on me. But it didn't click into place. And that's what we want. We want it to click into place. So if it's not a full yes, it's a no. When you have love at first sight items, then trust your inner voice and ask yourself, will I really wear this and with what? That's very important because you don't want it to be stuck in your closet. And here's some shopping questions. Do I feel uplifted? Does it click into place? Can I make 3 outfits with it? Does this bring a new dynamic to my closet? Or is this very similar to what I already have? So that's boring again. So here's an objection. Elegance isn't expensive. That is not true. Because elegance is about selection, not collection. And there are many ways to be elegant. Sometimes you can buy secondhand. Sometimes you can have like a tea or coffee with all your friends and say, you know what, bring all the clothes you don't want anymore and let's try them on and exchange, That's part of it. Or you can go chez Chanel, Dior in Paris, or do your shopping in London, like some people I know. Doesn't matter. It's not a question of money. It's a question of mindset. Or you can also sew your clothes. Because when I was young, we didn't have the money, and so if I wanted a dress, I just made it myself. I took my babysitting money and I just I bought fabric and I made my own clothes. So buy pieces that feel good to wear. Ask yourself, what would I reach for on a tired day, but that still feels elevated? Because yes, we can buy for days when we're super uplifted, but we also have to buy for tired days because elegance needs to be comfortable, just like my dress today. Think about what you've always dreamed of and that could be possible for you to wear. Allow your dream pieces to come into your closet because we all deserve to have fun, right? And we all deserve listening to our soul's creativity. This is part of us. So this week we are creating awareness, but awareness alone doesn't create transformation. It's like the first step, but then the Elegance Immersion program, we go further in that program. And if you're already feeling something, look, I'm going to start the offer here so that it appears on your end right now. And so in the Elegance Immersion program, we go really further. And if you're already feeling something shifting right now, that's because you're ready for integration. So the doors are open. The link is somewhere around this video. You can explore it. And so let me explain you real quick because I don't want this to be too long. So the Elegance Foundations program is a step-by-step transformation across 5 dimensions of your life: your energy, your standards, your social presence, the personal expression, your relationships. And there are 7 in-depth classes from 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I think it's even more 2 hours. And with exercise visualizations and real life integration. And I created 3 packs, right, for everyone to join. And I'll explain you the classes right after, but if you're really wanting to know how much this is. So you have the Elegance program, and you also have 2 recorded Q&A sessions with real life transformations to really know what elegance looks like when other women ask their question and when life is messy and all of that. And there are bonuses. The Vortex bonus, so you have a 5-minute face yoga routine, you have a recipe ebook that you can have, and you have the Vortex program, which is a couple of hours of, this is one of my most powerful programs online. If you know law of attraction, this is all about it. It's a game changer for confidence. I mean, sometimes I've had clients say that they even thought the Vortex was like the most life-changing thing. And so this package is at $197. Now, Pack 2, the signature collection, is everything in Pack 1, plus it includes all the full access to my workshop library. And my workshops, they're very practical. It's like the how-to. Of course, there's always mindset, there's always strategy, and there's always embodiment. But it's all about the dining etiquette is a big workshop, a 3-day workshop. The hair, face, makeup, I even show you my routine, my massage, uplift your overall lifestyle, find your colors and outfits. I just guide you in there. Traveling and summer and all about Christmas. I know Christmas is gone, but who knows for next year. And in this pack, you join a live Q&A, which is starting in just beginning of March. I think it's the 3rd. Okay. And the highest value package, which is the Elegance Immersion, it includes Pack 1 and Pack 2. Plus, we have 4 live group coaching calls, access to a private WhatsApp group where you can ask every question. I'm there. And during those 4 live group coaching calls, usually it's a limited amount of women there, and so you ask your questions. We just go through coaching. We get to talk together, and here there's a bonus today that if you are among the first 5 people to register for this pack, and you will receive a private one-on-one coaching session with me. All right. And just a little parentheses, this is the pack that you get for free if you come to the Elegance Retreat in next December 2026. I know it seems far away, but like last year I had a woman from Australia, and an American woman living in Spain, and other women from Northern Europe. And so if we want to get organized, it's a good thing to know things in advance. And so you get this pack for free, but only for a couple of days. All right. And so this, you see, I have 2 testimonials. This was excellent. This program was amazing. Oh, your program transformed my life beyond what I thought was possible. Thank you so very much. I mean, it is quite life-changing. So there are 3 different packages here. I put them on one slide so you can see what they are. And I just want to make you reflect on this a little bit, because you see, you're probably looking at this price, but I mean, how much costs a bag or a pair of shoes? And a bag and a pair of shoes, it'll make you happy maybe a couple of hours, couple of days or weeks, but then it probably doesn't solve your core confidence problems or wobbles in life. And so I invite you just to reflect on that. So it's a good way to reflect about also the money mindset that we have, because there is an elegant money mindset. Are the workshop digital? Yes, the workshops are not in person, of course. They are instant access, so you can get them instantly when you sign up. And so, the question I wanted to ask yourself is, what would be the cost of spending another year feeling like you do, or spending maybe on clothes that you're not too sure about? Whereas if I teach you how to align, how to have fun, how to know who you are, your style, your personality, and how to carry yourself, speak, act, speak, and dress. This is the Elegance program. This is not just about clothing. I mean, elegance is a way of living, right? And that's what I help you do. So a bag or a pair of shoes cannot do that, you see. So here's another testimonial. Since investing in your program last year, my closet and drawers are completely revamped to reflect my style, my needs, my tasks, my activities, my values, and my colors. I look forward to dressing and taking care of my hair and skin each day and night. Oh my goodness. Additionally, having separate clothing for work and non-work has improved my mental state. I mean, you see, this is how deep we go. And here's another one who says, I adore your program and enjoy this path with you. So tomorrow is day 3. Tomorrow there's another layer to this, because you can align your wardrobe, but if your daily habits remain chaotic or not aligned, then elegance won't stick. So tomorrow we're going to add uplifting life habits, and this is where everything integrates. So go to your closet tonight. You're going to choose differently, right? And the doors to the Elegance program are open. Last September, I had a couple of women joining for the Elegance immersion. So if you want your free session with me, then it's probably time for you to go there. And I just wanted you to, if you were a little bit curious about the classes that are in the Foundations of Elegance. So each pack has this. Then as we add on to the packs, as the prices increases, then you have more lives and you have more bonuses. You have all the workshops when you go further. Pack 2 and 3 have all the workshops. Anyways, you'll see the details if you click on the sales page here. But class 1, this is where everything shifts. It's how to let go of the pressure to be perfect and to step into the version of yourself that feels real, confident, and radiant. And what I want to tell you is that I share many stories of my family background, many stories about old money, and it's really fun. And women appreciate this a lot, because what you see on Instagram or in social media is, well, at least is not true at all for France. And so I share you fun things, principles, family stories, all of that to show you the principles and how all these rules blend together and gave what we call etiquette or manners. But I really help you understand how all of this came about. But I do that in a very profound way, because elegance for me comes from the heart. And on class 1, this is really about posture, really going through your elegance, activating elegance and all of that. That is very important. Class 2, it's when I talk about the old money French families and where all that comes from, little stories. And this is where we anchor real standards, the invisible codes that make a woman refined. And when we were doing the chateau, the retreat in December, well, of course, this chateau, it's like a hotel, so it's a little bit different, but it's also a family chateau, and those people, they live in the chateau. So your room is maybe next to the room of the count, right? Or the people. And there's something that was amazing for these women that joined is that they felt this plus, this elegance, that's quiet, that doesn't say its name, but that's there. And they felt like they were welcomed in a home, a beautiful home. And this is what I teach you. So class 3, social elegance, this is where you stop shrinking, you learn how to speak, move, and exist in social spaces without being a people pleaser or having your energy drained or feeling guilty. So remember, I'm a therapist and a life coach before an elegance coach. So I really help you on your personal development journey and really help you evolve and let go and strengthen your confidence and all of that. Class 4 this is where your outer world starts reflecting your inner shifts, your wardrobe, your presence, your creativity. And so that's a wonderful class. And class 5, I love masculine and feminine energy. I think I'll write a book on that one day. And this is where your relationships change. So I talk about all relationships, work, family, friends, but also how elegance shapes romantic connection with chivalry and polarity between men and women. And this is really helpful even if you don't have a man right now in your space, because it gives so much insight in the way you can just interact with men and women. It gives so much meaning and insights. And you have the 2 Q&A classes that are instant access classes. And you don't just receive content, you get even more insights about real life situations that my clients go through and how elegance applies in real life. And you see, this is what says one of the women who joined, I think it was in June. I joined hoping to re-energize my life skills and self-care routines. And I was amazed at the detail and depth of information that she presented in her life coaching sessions and in the overwhelming amount of material that she provides for students. Yes, because what I didn't say, and I'll probably tell you that tomorrow, is that if you choose the immersion package with the coaching classes, you have support, a lot of support with a lot of like roadmaps for each class. I think there's 5 little ebooks, PDFs, where I really guide you to go through the process, to go from point A to point B, to lead you through your transformation. And the last class, I give you 2 PDFs, so you're not alone doing the embodiment by yourself. You just have, you're truly guided. So let me see if I have other things to add. And what I want, so I'm just coming back. I want to know what resonated with you today. What touched you or inspired you most in today's class? And if you have a question, then I'm here to answer. So, do you do any train the trainer form of classes? No, if I understand your question, I do not certify. I think that's what you mean, Victoria. but anyways, this is starting to be like a reference on the internet. So it's a good thing that you can join. I would be so happy. So since I have been joining your workshop, says Christine, I have changed the way I dress. Every day, I have definitely elevated my clothing. Oh my goodness, this is so nice, Christine. Thank you. And I have gained so much confidence. Overall, the world treats me much better. However, I do have family and a couple of friends that question why I'm so dressed up. I'm asked, who am I trying to impress? Can you please give me an appropriate response? Oh, thank you, Christine. Well, this is a classic one, right? The more you are happy doing what you're doing, the more you identify, let's first of all talk about you before talking about the others. The more you identify to who you truly are, and the more it makes you happy. You know what? People can say things to you, but at the end of the day, well, those people, they're thinking about their problems. I mean, it's you and you. So at some point, you've got to dive into what feels good and true to you and keep some distance with what people think or say or judge or whatever, because at the end of the day, it's you with you. So isn't it a better idea to be good and feel good with yourself rather than to overthink and try to please others while you're not true to yourself? So this is the first way to see it. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of ways to see it. I'm not saying you have to look at all these ways because I don't know you, of course, but I'm just going to give you a couple of directions. So this is the first way to see it. Now, it depends also how they react. Do they come back every single time to challenge you and say, "Oh, who do you think you are?" I don't know. If they're a little bit nasty, not very with good intentions, then you have to learn how to put healthy boundaries, and you have to know how to question them and say, for example, may I ask why you're saying this? This can be an example, right? And if they say something not very nice, you can say, "Oh, I didn't hear that clearly. Can you say that again? I'm not sure I understood." Because you see, people who don't say really nice things, if you ask them to repeat, and you can say that really authentically, and say, because, you know, when people say mean things to you, well, sometimes it just feels so weird that people are not very complimentive, very nice, that it can feel surprising. And so you just want to double check that you heard, is that really what I heard? So when you ask them twice, then you're putting them the responsibility of their choosing, right? So this is another way to go about it. And sometimes if they're just open and saying, "Well, who do you want to impress?" and you feel it's like there's not too much tension, then you can just tell them all about your journey and say, "You know what? Before, this is where I was, and didn't make me feel so good. And now I just went through this program, bought this workshop or whatever, and did this and did that, and I just feel good with myself, and it makes me feel happy." And then if they don't like what you wear, you can say, "Well, I'm sorry you don't like it, but this morning it felt fun to me." Just own it, right? Or if it's your children or very close one who really don't like that you put this on, well, then have a conversation. If they don't want to know anything about it, well, you can still explain them that it makes you happy, Or then you can also invite them. This is what I do with my children sometimes. I know my girls have their preferences. I know like some dresses that I have, one of them just hates it, and the two other, my daughters, they love it. So then I'm just going to be careful. And if one comes home, I'm just going to put the one that she likes. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? And so I hope this helps. Tell me if this helps. Otherwise, I can dive deeper into this. I'm asked, who am I trying to impress? So I think, let's apply the elegance principle, which is from the heart, and say, first of all, so we always welcome the question. Thank you for your question, even if you don't agree with the question, even if it feels like a little bit judgmental. Okay, I'm ahead of day 5 right now. But when this is the case and it feels a little bit destabilizing, welcoming the thing doesn't mean you agree. You say, thank you. I heard you. Thank you for telling me this. I mean, it's okay. Thank you for sharing, because you're just sharing a thing, right? And this gives you time to start thinking about what you're going to say next. And it also can be destabilizing for the other that maybe wants to trick you a little bit. And so in elegance and in communication skills, always saying, oh, thank you for sharing this to me. And it doesn't mean you agree. You're just saying, oh, okay, I acknowledge. I mean, I see that you're telling me this. And then, according to the situation, the people, etc., you can therefore say, well, this is what I'm experimenting. You can open your heart and say, well, this morning, this is how I felt, and I just felt good with it. And that's it. I'm not looking to impress anyone. It's just be true. And if you're really true to yourself, well, people will feel it. And then it's their responsibility to want to believe you or not, but then you just were true, right? So maybe this helps. So can you list the 5 exercises again? 5 exercises. What 5 exercises? Please tell me, Wendy, what are the 5 exercises? Is it the 5 classes of Elegance Foundation? Or, it was probably the closet. You had to choose, declutter your closet with 5 pieces you didn't want. Secondly, I don't remember exactly. Choose pieces that go together. Choose 3 outfits for this week, and spot one piece that is the new you, and try to wear it this week. So there is no perfect body. This is Carole. This is what you realize, of course. Yes, I do have in-person classes, and it's in December in the Chateau. So Lynn says, telling the body, I'll take care of you. Yes. I think what touched me more in this class today was that we don't need to buy so much, but to honor the body we have and be intentional as well as for dressing and shopping. Yes. Self-alignment in relation to elegance, of course. All these courses are online. Yes. So I enjoy being in your elegance energy. Oh, Charlene, yes. Charlene has been following me for quite a while. I'm so happy for you to be there. Let me see. One thing I struggle with is finding an adorable 100% wool sweater to keep myself. What is this? Warm in the winter. Any suggestion that don't kill style? I'm always cold but want something cute. Oh, this is not easy, but you've got to go on the internet and ask for wool, 100% wool sweaters, and you will find. You will find. I know it's not very easy to find. I struggle to find wool sweaters myself. I bought this one in December, but look on the internet. I know they're, in Ireland, they have some boutiques, in France too. And then you have all different prices. So you can also go on Vinted. I mean, sometimes I buy my girls' things there and they're very cheap and it's great too. Depends where you live, of course. Energy, yes. I'm glad. Okay, thanks a lot for today. It's been insightful. Those are wonderful responses. Oh, good. I have asked the question back. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Christine, for sharing also. So, Lynn, after watching just the advertisement last week, I found myself standing taller and taking a deep breath and walking with a sense of peace. It felt wonderful. I'm making elegance my word for 2026. Yay! I'm usually vivacious and bouncy and love that version of me that feels like I'm 5 years old. But I want to balance it with my calm maturity since I'm 79. Oh, fantastic. And you will. You will. Thank you for sharing. I think it really does make me question why they ask. I do tell them I no longer dress down. Absolutely is how I feel today. I think that people will ask you until you feel truly aligned and sure and confident, because it's a way to, are you sure? It's like a test, And so the day you are just fine with who you are, people won't bother asking you anymore. So it's also a question of deepening your alignment and feeling really happy with what you're doing. Thank you, Christine. So, okay, can you give us the link to subscribe to the weekend? I'll give you the link right now to subscribe. You'll have it normally in here it is. I'm going to give it to you right now. This is the link for the weekend in December. And you can write to me an email also. Elegance. Here, I'm writing it to you. Oops. I put the capital letters on. I hope it doesn't bother this. I'm not so sure. Thank you for the life lesson in receiving other people's views, even when unwanted, so valuable. Yes. So, if you don't have any other questions, thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked day 2. And tomorrow, please come for day 3 and please join the Elegance program. I mean, you will not regret it, especially the immersion where we get to chat together. And for the first 5 people who sign up, probably have to not wait too much before signing up, because yesterday we were 300 in the live. So join us, and it will be a wonderful journey together. So thank you so much for being here.